So the other day, we talked about how Pete Hegseth was doing this very bizarre thing that might be unprecedented. What he was doing was calling a meeting of basically all the top military officials in the country. And, I mean, that's a red flag for a number of reasons. Number one, it's very strange to do that. You make yourselves sitting ducks, and you shouldn't do that. Number two, like, really, what the fuck is so important that you're forcing everybody to meet in person? Whatever this is can certainly be, sorted with a fucking email. But he wanted to have everybody meet together. And so the articles that we got about why he's doing it, it's like, oh, he's going to give a speech on the warrior ethos, right? And he wanted some pictures for the gram of him with all these like generals and shit and admirals and whatnot. And so that's why he's doing it. And so I looked at that and I said, this is self-aggrandizing horse shit. But at the same time, it's the least bad of all the potential options, right? Because, when you see that all those top military officials are meeting together, immediately your mind goes to, okay, is it on like Donkey Kong? Is everybody going to war with Iran? Is Trump letting them know, like, I made the decision, we're going to go in for real to do regime change? Are we ground invading Venezuela? We already started a war with Venezuela by bombing their fishing boats relentlessly, but maybe they want to do a ground invasion. Maybe they're talking about some SEAL Team 6 thing, some effort to do regime change there. There's a litany of horrible things that it could be. And so when I saw it was just some like self-aggrandizing bullshit, I was like, okay, that's better than any other option, right? Well, it turns out our initial instinct was correct. Namely, no, you should worry that what we're looking at here is something way worse than that. In fact, what it might be is a loyalty pledge. A loyalty pledge. So here, let me walk you through this. This is in NBC News. Trump says he'll attend Pete Hegseth's gathering of generals to tell them how well we're doing militarily. In an interview with NBC News, Trump discussed the meeting and what he'll tell the military leaders. You know the expression, esprit de corps. That's all it's about. So Trump decides at the last minute, I'm going to join them, but he goes, oh, don't worry. I'm just going to tell them, like, how sweet everything is, how awesome we're doing. Does anybody believe that? Really? He's just getting together to shoot the shit with these people? President Donald Trump, in an interview with NBC News Sunday, confirmed that he plans to attend an unusual meeting organized by Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth that will gather hundreds of senior military officers near Washington on Tuesday. Quote, it's really just a very nice meeting talking about how well we're doing militarily, talking about being in great shape, talking about a lot of good, positive things. It's just a good message. Oh, my God. They expect you to believe this. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, things are going amazing. We kept bombing Venezuela. We bombed them at least 3 times. We're probably going to regime change there. We also bombed the nuclear facilities in Iran. Now, it didn't work, and they still had their nukes. But we did bomb it, and everything's wonderful. Everything's great, folks. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Really? This is the argument that he's going with? Oh, don't worry. This is why I'm meeting with them. I'm just saying, everything's hunky-dory. Gosh golly, Papa. Gee whiz, it's going swell. Trump told NBC News in a phone call, quote, we have some great people coming in, and it's just in esprit de corps. You know the expression, esprit de corps. That's all it's about. We're talking about what we're doing, what they're doing, and how we're doing. Oh my God, are you kidding me? So the event is going to be held at Quantico Marine Corps Base in Virginia, about 30 minutes south of Washington. The base will host potentially thousands of military members, thousands, including the top brass, their aides, and their security. Senior admirals and generals were not informed beforehand about the purpose of the meeting. All right. Now, what's actually likely to happen? He's going to do a loyalty pledge. He's going to tell them, if you're loyal, I'll make it worth your time. If you're loyal, I'll give you a raise. If you're loyal, I'll give you a promotion. Those of you who are eligible for a promotion. If you're not loyal, you might as well leave now. This is what he's going to do. He's going to give them an offer they can't refuse. And the reason why he's doing this is because he knows, and everybody knows in his regime, the asks are going to get more and more extreme as time goes by. We already have a scenario where he illegally invaded Los Angeles. We already have a scenario where he invaded D.C. Now, they're saying, oh, he's going to invade Memphis. We're going to do a story on this in a little bit, but Portland is on that list. Chicago was also on that list. Now, with Chicago, it's interesting because it was the first time somebody actually fought back. J.B. Pritzker fought back. The mayor of Chicago fought back. And they basically said, we ordered everybody in the police department to not fucking coordinate with you, not work with you in any way, shape, or form. So if you come here, you're hostile. And so it looks like he backed away from the edge with Chicago in particular, but other places, he's still all in, bro. And so when you keep pushing the boundaries, when you keep flirting with, and if not going full martial law, going full police state tyranny, well, you're going to want people you know are on your side, right? And so in this instance, he's letting, look, I'm going to ask you to do a lot of things you might not be comfortable with. I only want people who are ride or die. So you got to be comfortable with it if you're going to stay in this role. And remember, all of these people, they're supposed to swear an oath to the Constitution. Swearing an oath to an individual is the most un-American thing you can imagine. But my question for you is, how many of these people do you think are actually going to stand on principle? Serious question. How many? Look, my fear and my concern is they've already chipped away at the institutions in a very clear way. They've already fired a bunch of people who they thought potentially might be problems. There was just a story the other day where during the George Floyd protests, there was a bunch of FBI agents who took a knee, basically kneeling in solidarity. And all those people were just fired the other day. It's kind of amazing, right? Because it's like they don't understand what optics are and what soft power is. It's not like all these FBI agents are flaming liberals or lefties and they're, actually want to tear down the system and usher in some Marxist utopia. No, these are just showing basic human decency. Oh yeah, it was fucked up that a black guy got his neck knelt on until he fucking died as he was screaming for his mommy, right? That doesn't take a hell of a lot of humanity to admit, right? So you had some FBI agents kneel in solidarity. Wrong, now they're all fired. Now they're all gone. So this is what they're doing. Purge the institutions of anybody who's not a complete Trump loyalist, sycophant, meat rider. And now he wants to make sure all the generals are meat riders, all the admirals are meat riders, because what do you think is going to happen? Not only with him continuing to invade the United States of America, only the blue cities, but what do you think is going to happen around elections? You think the guy who's building the 90,000 square foot ballroom is going to be like, you know what? Okay, I lost. We lost. We're going to move on. No, he didn't want to leave in 2020. He tried everything he could to make it so he didn't leave in fucking 2020, right? And then now 2028 comes around. I mean, Mar even said it the other day, and he was right the first time when he said it in 2016. He said, I don't think he's going to leave if he loses. He tried his best not to fucking leave. Now, he's surrounded by the loyalist sycophants who will help him make it happen. There are no voices of reason in the room, and he's going to demand a loyalty test from the fucking military. Not good. Really, really not good. So, we're the frog in boiling water. Because every day he takes it one step further and one step further and one step further. And every day we get closer to hell. We get closer. With him, we're flirting with not even having the thing that like a lot of authoritarian countries do, where they have like these fake elections, right? We're inching towards not even having that with this guy. He's so insane. He's so extreme. He's so impulsive. He's so crazy that I wouldn't put it by him to try to like indefinitely cancel elections for whatever bullshit reason he mucks up, right? And so here we are. My guess is he's going to be demanding a loyalty pledge from the military. And think about just how fucked that makes the entire country. It's really comical when you think about it. It's tragic, but it's also comical that you have somebody as buffoonish and dumb and incompetent and stupid as Trump is just absolutely running roughshod over U.S. democracy. Roughshod. And this is what that looks like. And it ain't pretty. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.